If your bed is where your mind suddenly comes alive, stealing hours from your sleep, then you are in the right place. Today, I want to share with you how you can set up yourself for a good sleep and a technique that helps me fall asleep about 95% of the time. But first, for years, I saw sleep as a waste of time, something I could sacrifice to work more, to get more done, and to be more productive. And logically, I was wrong. That mindset kept me from getting the rest I needed. Overthinking is one of the biggest reasons I couldn't fall asleep, and maybe for many other people. You know, when you're busy for work or study, full time into project, it's hard to calm down the mind and get ready to sleep. I catch myself replying the same conversations over and over, imagining how things could have gone differently. I will start planning future projects, building entire scenarios in my head, and before I know it, all I've really done is steal time from my sleep. So here's my first piece of advice. Start seeing yourself as someone who is genuinely good at sleeping, and make sleep one of your priorities. Give yourself time to wind down before bed. Treat it like something that deserves your attention, but don't turn it into another source of pressure. One of the biggest factors that helps your brain to fall asleep is the association it builds between your bed and the sleeping. That's why I try not to use my bed for scrolling on my phone, hanging out during the day, or lying there to think or plan. You don't want your brain to associate your bed with worrying, planning, or mentally replaying your life. Associate your bed only with letting go, relaxation, and sleep. One thing that's always made it harder for me to sleep is getting into bed with a mind that it's still full. When you have been busy all day and haven't had a chance to process what's on your mind, your brain sees the silence before bed as the perfect opportunity to finally start thinking. And that's why it's so important to leave those thoughts outside of the bedroom whenever you can. Writing and meditation have been two of the best tools I've found for breaking the cycle of overthinking before bed. Personally, I think writing by hand is much more freeing than typing on a screen. There is something about the physical act of writing, the movement itself, that it's calming. It doesn't just help you organize your thoughts, but it helps you release them. So try writing down whatever's on your mind, your plans for tomorrow, your goal for the next few months, even your dreams for the next few years. If something happened during the day that you are still processing, write about it. If there is something you wish you could say to someone, write them a letter. You don't even have to send it. In fact, you can throw it away as soon as you are done. The point isn't to keep what you write. The point is to make sure you don't bring those thoughts into bed with you. And honestly, even the act of throwing the paper away can be therapeutic. Also, meditation can help for the same reason. You can even meditate on the bed, using the same pillow to sit right in the position. There are plenty of great guided meditations online, but I encourage you to develop your own practice over time. I will make a video about that in the future. Another rule that's made a huge difference for me is keeping a constant sleep schedule. Wake up at the same time every day and go to bed at the same time every night. Just like you should respect your sleep, you should also respect your waking hours. So when your alarm goes off, get out of the bed. Don't negotiate with yourself. Hitting the snooze button usually isn't giving you meaningful rest. It's just delaying the start of your day. Of course, if you are generally sleep deprived, that's a different story. But getting up right away is one of the best habits you can build. And now, let's get to the technique that helps me fall asleep or fall back asleep. It's incredibly simple, and it's basically counting mentally. A busy mind needs to work in a particular way. If it's busy, you have to give it something to do, but we don't want to give it so much to do that it continues to feel busy. So once you're in the bed in your best sleep position, start counting from 1 to 100. I like to picture each number in my mind, and the color doesn't matter. Keep it simple to visualize. You don't have to visualize the numbers, but I personally find that can help. Find a rhythm that feels natural to you. You can match your counting to your breath, or count about one number per second, or even go a little faster if that feels more relaxing for you. But important, don't expect that you will fall asleep by reaching the 100. The goal here is to get bored, and that's it. When your mind starts wandering again, and it will, don't follow the thoughts. Just notice it and come back to counting. If you lose track, don't worry about it. Start from the last number you remember, or just pick a random number and keep going. It really doesn't matter. The harder part of this technique isn't the counting. It's having the discipline to gently return to counting every single time your mind drifts away. Eventually, your mind gets tired of chasing thoughts. If you keep coming back to the numbers, sooner or later it gives up. Just stay with it. Maybe it will happen halfway through. Maybe you will have to start over several times. It's completely fine. The key is expecting nothing. Just let yourself become bored. One thing that's especially important while you are counting is to check in with your body and notice whether you're holding tension, especially in your neck. And I've noticed this in myself so many times. I'm lying in the bed, wondering why I can't fall asleep. And then I suddenly realize my neck is incredibly tense. I think a lot of that comes from carrying the weight of the day. Our responsibilities, our stress, we literally carry that weight on our shoulders. So learn to recognize that tension and let it go. Keep counting while consciously relaxing your body. Feel yourself getting heavier. Let your muscles sink into the mattress. And then simply go back to numbers. While you are counting, you can also visualize a future outcome, something you want to achieve, a version of yourself you want to become, or a goal. You can visualize it behind the numbers, or simply hold that image in your mind while you are counting. And by doing that, you reprogram your subconscious to become familiar with the future you are trying to attract or create. You know that if you learn to calm yourself, you gain a lot of self-control, and not only to prepare to sleep, because to fall asleep at night, you must first act as if you're already asleep. And thanks to this, you can understand how to do everything in life. Keep that in mind. Another tip for shifting the focus away from your thoughts is to imagine our mind as a TV and our thoughts as channels. Imagine changing the channel in your mind, or roll over on your pillow so you don't see the TV anymore. If my mind is being especially stubborn and it's been a long time without falling asleep, I won't force it. Well, the technique I told you about has a great benefits, but I'd like to give you 3 additional tips that can further improve the quality of your sleep. The first one is probably something you have already heard, and it's trying to avoid electrical devices before bed. But I know that's not always realistic. If you had to work late on your computer, at least turn on your device night mode and make the screen as warm as possible. And that's why I highly recommend to light your room with candles. When the sun goes down, turn off all your artificial lights and try to use only candles. They create a completely different atmosphere and help you to support your natural circadian rhythm. Artificial lights can interfere with the signals of your body, especially cold and bright light. So try having dinner, reading, journaling, or even doing some work by candlelight. So trust me, you will notice that it makes you feel more relaxed and sleepy. The second thing I recommend is acupressure, specifically two pressure points called HT7 and PC6, both located around the wrist area. Basically, the most important one for sleep is HT7. Here's how to use it. Sit or lie down about 2 minutes before you plan to sleep. Using the thumb, feel for the small indentation just inside the tendon closest to your little finger. Apply firm and steady pressure. It shouldn't hurt, just a comfortable, firm pressure. Hold it around for 60 seconds while breathing slowly. And then switch wrist and repeat on the other side. This point is traditionally used in Chinese medicine to promote relaxation and calm the nervous system, and can increase the melatonin production by up to 40%. The pressure activates the ulnar nerve that signals the cardiac plexus, increase the heart rate variability, and not because forced by an external supplement that bypass these signals entirely. But keep in mind that the melatonin supplement industry generates annually millions of dollars, and this simple technique is overlooked because it costs nothing and cannot be patented. The second point is the PC6. This is another important point in traditional Chinese medicine, commonly used for things like anxiety, nausea, motion sickness, and also state of restlessness or difficulty sleeping. To find it, look at the inner side of your forearm. Place the first three fingers of your hand, starting from the crease of your wrist. This point is located right below the edge of your index finger, between the two visible tendons in the center of your forearm. Also here, apply gentle pressure for a while. This point is traditionally believed to help activate calming responses in the body. And lastly, I want to talk about a supplement, ashwagandha. It's a medicinal plant that has been used for thousands of years in Ayurvedic medicine. It's known for its potential ability to help manage stress and anxiety. It works by altering cortisol levels and supporting a calmer nervous system, which may help some people fall asleep more easily and improve their overall sleep quality. I personally don't use it anymore because I noticed that made harder getting out of the bed in the morning. But I recommend it to someone who has the opposite problem. Maybe you wake up too early and struggles to fall back asleep. And that's it. Thank you guys.